Welcome to day 2 of our 17-day How to Succeed Buying Insurance Leads. Today we're going to be covering lead buying prep. What should you be doing before you even think about buying insurance leads? Again, especially if it's your first time ever buying insurance leads. Christian, let's say you're a brand new agent, you've never bought insurance leads before. What is one of the first things that you would recommend doing?
I think if you've never bought leads before, there's a couple of things I think you need to be aware of, right? Having the right expectations of the leads, I think, is everything, right? So
Yes.
there's so many times, and I only hear this from people that are brand new that have never called a lead a day in their life, where they're like, if they're, I talked to an agent one time and he was like, what do you think of these leads? I'm like, well, they're all right, blah, blah, blah. I don't even remember what kind of leads we're talking about. And his response was like, he's like, well, I'm a pretty good salesperson. If they're any good, I should get about a 90% close rate. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, well, then you are insurance God then,
Yes.
because it's
Yes.
never happened. It's not going to start,
Yep.
unless you're just completely working referrals. So understand that going into it, that a healthy margin of close ratio is probably, I've always said anywhere between 15 to 20% is kind of your average close ratio, right? On leads. I think if you're doing higher than that, like if you're doing 25 to 30%, you're doing terrific. Anything above that is just absolutely fantastic. And some people be like, 15%, 20%, that doesn't sound too good. Well, if you do the math on what you spend versus what
Right.
you're making substantially more. So it's a great ROI, and that's why the lead game ultimately works. So have the proper expectations would be the first thing I would tell you. The second thing I would tell you is first thing we want to find out is actually what kind of lead is it that you want,
Right.
right? What
Right.
is the type of person that you're wanting to target?
That's a great point.
Is it Medicare supplement people? Are you looking for people that have Medicare supplements? Maybe you shop their rate and try to, write them on the same plan they have, lower their rate. Are you trying to find turning 65 people? Are you trying to find final expense individuals? Who is it that you are looking for in particular? And identifying that, I feel like, is super key. And to me, I feel like those are the two things you need to prepare for. Like have the details of what you want in terms of your ideal lead, and then also have walk into it with the proper expectations. Glenn, what else do you think you
Yeah,
think I
I
need to know?
I think those are fantastic, by the way. The expectation thing, that's something again at Lead Heroes guys as CEO, I've been trying to manage expectations of insurance agents, agency owners, IMOs and FMOs for the past decade. And I can't stress it enough. Even though people lose track of the numbers, a lot of times they just think with their mind, with their emotions, and they're like, oh man, that was a bad lead, or that was a bad batch of leads. But if you are to actually pencil out the math and okay, I bought 30 leads, I closed 3 of them, each client has a lifetime value of over $1,000. Oh my gosh, I just generated over $3,000 in lifetime client value versus a $500 spend. You just got a 600% ROI, but you also had 27 leads that you didn't close. So it becomes this mindset perspective where are you coming to it with the right expectations? Are you coming to it realizing that if I just close 10%, I'm going to have a big ROI? Or are you getting lost in the sauce and you're hearing all those no's and you get negative, you get down on yourself, nobody's buying. I only got 3 sales out of 30. I wanted to close 20 leads. So I think expectations are everything. The one thing I wanted to add is schedule. What is
Mm,
your schedule going to be? And planning ahead of time. This isn't like Walmart where you just walk in, you grab something off the shelf, you throw it in the back of the car and you'll get to it when you get to it. You need to make sure that when you purchase these leads, you have the time set aside to work them, that your schedule is open, that you have a spot available to work them, whether you're working from home, you have an office, outside of your home. So having a place to work the leads and having a schedule that gives you the availability to work the leads because they don't work themselves.
yep.
These insurance leads don't work themselves. It does require time and energy on your part. Otherwise, I would never even offer to sell a single insurance lead, right? If it was as easy as generating it and they just sold themselves, obviously Christian and I would keep all of those for ourselves internally, but there is a lot of work that goes into it. There is a lot of sweat equity that is required as an agent when it comes to creating that application. And that's the whole process, right? That's how you go from spending money on marketing to hopefully generating an ROI. So that is our second video in our 17-day mini course series, How to Succeed Buying Insurance Leads. Right now at Lead Heroes, our Medicare Supplement, Turning 65, and our final expense life insurance leads are all just $17. These are call verified, exclusive insurance leads. You can't find a price like this anywhere. This is the
Nowhere.
price of one mail drop. You're lucky if you do a one mail drop, you're lucky to get 5 leads back, maybe 10 leads back. You're going to get 30 guaranteed exclusive call verified leads. You just really don't see anything like this anymore. So I couldn't be more excited to have this opportunity for you guys. If you enjoyed these videos and you're looking for additional training, we also have the 7-Figure University at 7figureu.com. That link will also be below the video. $77 a month, and you can have access to over 200 videos between Christian and myself on how you can continue to succeed in your insurance career. So that being said, Christian, any final thoughts on day 2?
Ultimately, guys, what I would tell you as my final thoughts on this video is just be prepared to work the leads like Glenn said. They don't work unless you do. And that would be my final thoughts.
I love it. Happy selling, you guys.